Welcome. In this session, we'll explore how to use Azure Front Door to improve performance and security through global load balancing and using WAF, which stands for Web Application Firewall. So let's get started. Global load balancing with Azure Front Door. That is the first topic. Well, Azure Front Door allows you to distribute user traffic across multiple regions, ensuring users are directed to the closest and the best performing endpoint for a faster and more responsive experience. The next concept is using firewall, that is Web Application Firewall. Well, with WAF, you can actually protect your web applications from common web attacks like SQL injection and cross-site scripting. Enabling WAF on your Azure Front Door provides real-time protection to your applications running at the backend. It brings enhanced security. Well, WAF offers customizable security policies which you can define that actually safeguards your application, allowing you to adapt protection based on your specific need or your organizational need. It helps prevent threats that could compromise your web services running at the backend. Front Door also provides ultra low latency and high availability. Well, by utilizing global load balancing, Azure Front Door will ensure that low latency routing is provided, improving user experience, while also offering high availability for application distributed across the globe. Seamless integration. Well, for a comprehensive security package and performance management solutions, you should integrate Azure Front Door with Azure Traffic Manager and also put Web Application Firewall on top of it for a very unified approach to actually host your application worldwide. So let's go to the lab and check out how we can implement Front Door. I will see you in the lab now. All right, in this lab, we will see how to configure Front Door. So now, I am in my Azure portal, and you will find Front Door if you search for, again, you can search for Front Door directly, or you can even go to your load balancer menu because Front Door, Traffic Manager, Load Balancer, Application Gateway, they all stay in just one dashboard. So let's search for Front Door. All right, as you can see, you have Application Gateway, Load Balancer over here as well. But click on Azure Front Door and then click on Create. Now, if you want to create a front door, make sure it is selected, and we will go with a quick create option. Select your resource group. I will select NITA resource group, number 2, where my machine is running. And in the machine, you can have your web application or any other type of application which you want to host behind your front door. Now give your front door a name, NITA front door. Tier can be standard, that is content delivery optimized. And what will be the name of endpoint? So endpoint is your FQDN, fully qualified domain name. So I can call it NITA web app. So this will be NITA web application at this azureft.net. Now, where do you have your content hosted? Now, you can actually put a storage account with your blobs in it behind the front door, or you can have a static website which is stored over your storage account. It can be a cloud service, it can be an Azure App Service, or a static web app, and so much more options are there. In my case, I have a public IP address associated with my virtual machine running my application, let's say. So I will select that. Now it will give you all the virtual machines running at that point. I will select my NITA test 01 IP. This is the IP for my machine, public IP. Now, if you also want to add your web application firewall on top of your front door, you can also do that. This will add additional security. But to create a simple front door, you don't need to add the security. If you want to secure your environment, then you will go ahead and add a policy. Click Next, Next, and Create. So that's it. You just created a front door. Now, with the help of this front door's like domain name or fully qualified domain name, anyone in the world can find your application, and the point of egress and ingress will be this front door. All right, the deployment is done. If you go to Resource, and here you go, your front door is ready. Now, this is your instance. So if you just copy it, and anyone can go to this front door. For me, there is nothing running on this computer, so you will not be able to see anything. But if you go to this page, that means you are able to get to the front door at least. So you just have to put a website at the back end and configure it correctly. So that's how you create your front door. That's it for this lab. I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Welcome back. Now I hope that front door is clear to you. How easy it is to actually implement front door. The only complex part is if you have a big organization, managing multiple front doors at the same time, plus integrating it with many traffic management profiles can get a little bit complicated. Plus, creating your firewall rules also demand some expertise. Let's conclude this episode. With Azure Front Door, you can optimize performance by directing users to the closest endpoint while ensuring high availability and security through the use of WAF, Web Application Firewall. Now, it allows you to make sure that users get to their application in the most reliable and the fastest way possible. Thank you for tuning in today. I will see you in the next episode. Don't forget to check out another courses or many other courses on NetSoft IT Academy. We do offer multiple courses on multiple technologies such as artificial intelligence, databases, on-prem solution management, cloud technologies, and many more. Take care, and I will see you in the next episode.